protocols arriving at the airport. We talked about it in some detail last week, but we keep seeing different advice coming from different places. Could you just clarify again, what are the protocols for people arriving at the airport? Because we keep seeing different things. And the other question to that, sir, is it 72 hours before arrival that the test has to be done? Again, we're seeing contradicting information.
Okay, well, I would ask persons, including yourself, Zoe, to pay close attention to the travel advisories, and they have been updated, and the more recent travel advisory would give the exact position of the government. And these travel advisories are revised from time to time as the policy changes. But we have reverted back to a 7-day COVID test, PCR test, on the basis that the hotel sector has given an indication to the government that it is going to be extremely problematic for them in terms of persons who would want to come to Antigua for vacation to be able to achieve, to fit into that window of having a PCR test within 72 hours. So we have reverted back to give consideration to that. In relation to persons arriving at the VC Bird International Airport or at any of our ports of entry with a complete dose of vaccines, they're given an option. If they do not want to be fully quarantined, they could take another test, and we are speaking of not tourists, of persons who are getting into the local population. They could submit to another test and be subject to 48-hour quarantine arrangement. Those persons who are considered our guests who are arriving here for tourism, we are still continue to use the biosecure facility and to have those persons go to those biosecure facilities in which the protocols will provide that level of protection that we so desire. Based again on the information that we had last December until about February, the information that we had is indicated that the major threat that we had in terms of COVID coming into our communities and spreading did not necessarily come from tourism. It would have been from persons coming back and dwelling within the local population. And so we continue to operate with that statistical information at the back of our mind, and we believe that the dual approach has worked well. It has enabled us to maintain safety, but at the same time to rekindle our main source of income as well, the tourism industry.